Hey, it's your boy Sergeant Hooked on Henshins. So as promised, I decided to, and I'm ready to be roasted in the comments, ready to be roasted on the internet in general. Toei, please don't take this down. I'll start to add this to every video too. Disclaimer, this video is not intended to make any money off of said Toei properties. This is protected by fair use, simply talking about my favorite seasons of the shows and what I like about them. I do not own any of the content, any of these shows or scenes or anything like that. I don't even put any of them in my videos. I'm not that good at editing yet. Uh, but any media associated with it within the video, anytime I mention anything about it, is all talking about their content, how much I love it, and not trying to make money off of it. I'm not that big on YouTube to make that money. But anyway, just want to put that out there. We've been having a lot of stuff recently with Toei and a lot of other places getting ridiculous about strikes on people's YouTube channels with tokusatsu stuff. So trying not to get my channel canceled. But today's video is, as I was trying to say before, so eloquently, is part one of my personal top 10 favorite Sentai seasons. This list has kind of changed and gone in a bunch of different directions throughout the years. It's definitely strengthened this year. This year I've gotten into a nice habit of, because I have a good amount of Sentai and stuff downloaded to my computer. Don't, it's fine, totally don't worry about it. And just different shows and stuff like that. So what I'll do is like I'll get a few on my phone and I'll like watch like one in the morning before my kids even get up, my wife even gets up. Another one, sometimes even two, but usually one at least. Another one on the way back from bringing them up to her parents, and then another one at work. So I'm watching like 3 to 4 a day. So I'm getting through a season in like 2 weeks, maybe 3. It's pretty crazy, except for weekends. Weekends it's harder because I'm with the whole family. So, but anyway, I've watched a lot of Sentai recently. Pretty much everything Gokaiger through now I've seen, and also some older ones. Like I've seen clearly Die Ranger, I've seen all of Kaku Ranger, I've seen Jetman, I've seen Live Man. So I've added quite a few to my repertoire, if you will, of Sentai shows. So I just wanted to kind of talk about what my personal favorites are. Like I said at the end of my Zenkaiger episode 39 review recap, anything on this list is not meant to invalidate your own personal taste and what you think is a good season. That's just my own personal favorites, the ones that resonated with me emotionally, the ones I thought had really awesome narratives, and that struck a chord with me and really left an impact. It doesn't mean that other seasons didn't or that they're invalid. These are the ones that just stood out to me the most. That's all. And if you don't like these seasons, that's fine too. Some people, hate the seasons that I love. That's okay. That's the beauty of the franchise and the media we consume is that everybody likes different things. It's only when you start to like bear down on somebody and make them feel like shit for liking something or like being super negative just for the purpose of being negative. That's ridiculous. When you're like, when someone's like, I'm not a fan of Zenkaiger, that's okay. Strikes odd to me because it's a pretty fun show, but it's fine. But when someone's like, God, Zenkaiger's so fucking annoying, well, it's like, can we relax a little bit? you just bring it down a little bit. You're at like a 10 and bring it down here to like a 7. All right. But anyway, get that all out of the way. So starting off strong with number 10, Chojin Sentai Jetman. I love this season. I always wanted to watch it. There's multiple ways to watch it now through Tokusatsu, through Tubi TV has it on there, through Shout Factory's website. A bunch of stuff. You can buy it physically on DVD. Like lots of ways you can see it. It's also crazy the cultural impact it's had. Like I think there was like a random fucking shirt that like Rihanna was wearing at one point that was part like one of the scenes with subtitles on it of Kaori saying something to Ryu. So I thought that was crazy. But anyway, it's had quite an impact overall. And mild spoilers for this whole list going forward. I'm going to be talking about certain plot points at least lightly or briefly. So anyway, but I really, really enjoyed Jetman. I think that aesthetically the suits are amazing. They're very well designed and they're very unique from each other, even though they're all bird motif. You think there would be a lot of like leeway to like make things look unique. They all look like they are on the same team, but there's little touches that differentiate them from each other, and I love that. I think that's really cool. I also like that the whole team is, besides Ryu, I think that's the main the rat on the team, pretty sure, is untrained. I like that too, like how it started with him and the one girl that becomes one of the villains, training to be the Jetman, and then it kind of goes awry if you don't know. Um, so yeah, I like that. The music is great. The Gentleman is a great theme song. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Um, yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed it. The villains were okay in my opinion. I liked Tranza when he was an adult, and I wish that I never ever had to in my life experience him as a child because I've never wanted more another child to like beat him up in my life because I'm not gonna do it. I'm an adult, but I would definitely pay another kid to do it. My goodness, he's so annoying. Anyway, so Tranza when he's like Lord Emperor Tranza or whatever it's called, Transatron 9000, whatever the hell his name is better, much better. Um, I did like the Gray, the robot, was really awesome. And I liked his whole thing with um, Ryu's girlfriend that he like kind of like fell for her sort of. So that was really good stuff. Um, so yeah, like the villains didn't like blow my mind necessarily. I will take that back partially. Radigat is awesome. Radigat I love because as much as the Jetmen are dedicated to uh keeping people safe and blah 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 and all the good goody two shoes stuff, he's just as dedicated on his end to stop them and to like not have them follow his plans and be successful and do whatever he needs to do. I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. Um, and I also like how the series ends. The ending is very not controversial, but kind of sort of controversial for some people because it's something we don't usually see in Sentai a lot. Usually in Sentai, yes, certain people will die, but I mean, a more recent Sentai, when's the last time somebody died and stayed dead, even in Rider? But this one was different, and I like it because we get a situation where, again, spoilers for this, but I just want to talk about it. Um, Guy, the Black Ranger, he starts off as a real dickhead in the beginning. He's a womanizer. He's very sure of himself. He's arrogant. He hates the Red Ranger. Fuck you. I'm not going to listen to you. And throughout the series, actually becomes really close to the Red Ranger. They become like brothers, basically. And even though Guy is dating Kaori and Ryu is starting to maybe develop feelings for her, even though he's trying to wrestle with his own feelings for the girl that he thought was dead and now is alive and part of the villain group, um, they still are able to work together. And it's just this beautiful like relationship that keeps going throughout the whole series of this mutual respect and care about each other. So the finale of the whole show is Ryu and Kaori getting married. It's jumps like 3 or 4 years, 5 years in the future, and they're getting married. He's on his way to the wedding, picks up flowers on his way. I'm gonna go. Here we go. I'm gonna support my friends. And this old lady, is getting mugged. He stops her, pushes the mugger back, kicks his ass a little bit. Mugger turns around with a switchblade, stabs my guy, and he's not morphed at all. He is not transformed. Nothing. He straight gets stabbed, bleeds out, and dies. Yes, he gets to see his friends one last time, and they just think he's drunk. He tries to lie to them that he's drunk, but he dies. And it wasn't a monster. It wasn't a plot by a monster. It wasn't a villain general. It wasn't a mecha battle. It wasn't like, oh, he got defeated in his ranger form, but by some kooky wooky spoopy boopy story thing he's brought. No, he's dead, dead. I mean, watch Gokaiger. He's very dead. He's a spirit, but he's dead. He's not coming back. And I thought it was pretty intense for Sentai to do something like that, to be able to take a character that was so beloved and just straight kill him off. And that his team doesn't fully get to know that that's what happened until the very, very, very end of it. And we don't even get their full reactions. That even is a more of a gut punch. Um, but I was really taken by that. And I knew going into it that I'd heard of that happening, but I wanted to see what led up to it. And I'm glad I watched it. So that's why Children's Sentai Jetman is one of my favorites. It really knew what it was doing with its narrative from the start. Very, very few filler episodes. Everybody gets really good characterization. Guy and Ryu and Kaori stand out for me. The yellow and blue are decent, but eh. But that's Jetman. So sorry, I spent a lot of time on that one. Uchu Sentai Q Ranger. This was a recent watch for me, as was Jetman. But I remember, and this kind of is the same story for a lot of these. Unfortunately, is like I remember starting to watch this, and I got like 3 episodes in, and then I didn't really lose interest. But I think it's when my like ADHD started kicking in more in depth, you know. And so I just started to I lost not really lost interest, just shifted my focus and forgot to come back to it. I here and there check in with like character debuts and stuff, but I wasn't watching every episode all the way through. And I'm really glad I watched it. It's a lot of fun. I think everybody that is a naysayer that says that they don't like there's so many Rangers, they don't like that if they did an adaptation, there's no way they do it justice. Well, maybe, but you know what? The Sentai was able to do 13 fucking Rangers justice itself, honestly. And the other thing people have, oh, Lucky's so annoying. Oh, Yosha Lucky, Yosha. You know what? Him saying it like that so many times. That's my dog back there, Ned back there. Sorry about that. Um, he stopped saying that so much, and like the like fifth or sixth episode, like he says it here and there. People act like he says it nonstop every episode, all the way 49 episodes through. He doesn't. Um, Lucky is a great ranger. I love Sarugi. Uh, the Blue stood out for me. Ogami Blue. Um, Ogami Blue stood out for me. I'm trying to think of other ones that did. Quite a few of them did. Pretty much the whole team gets a really good amount of story stuff to them. I didn't feel like there was a lot for Kajiki Yellow, in my opinion, and I don't quite understand all the love that Chameleon Green gets, but, you know, to each their own, that's fine. Um, so, yeah, so that's a Q Ranger for me. And I really do like the suits. I like the changers. The mecha, for the most part, are okay. I can understand some people not liking them, but I was decent with them. I didn't care that much. Also, sorry, I meant to mention before, Jetman Mecha is really good too. Anyway, but Q Ranger, yeah, I really did enjoy it, and I had a really good time with it. And the only reason I would put it above Jetman is because there's so many more characters. We get a lot more time with them, and to me, more of the Q Rangers get some deep characterization than to me most of the Jetmen did, in my opinion. That's just me. I'm not trying to say that anyone like, oh, Jetman, fuck that, Q Ranger's better. Like, you can't really compare. It's like comparing Sentai seasons, like comparing, you know, apples to oranges. Like, they're both fruit, but like fucking completely different, you know. So, anyway, so that's Q Ranger. And also the villains are decent. I'm not the biggest fan of Don Armage and his whole like taking over people's body thing, but it was fine. I don't know. Sentai villains have not always been the best, and we've kind of talked about that on Toko Twitter recently. But yeah, so the next one is Dobutsu Sentai Gyogre. I was blown away by this series. I remember initially seeing the suits for it and going, those are the ugliest suits that they are a sin against humanity. What is wrong with them? Why would they make them? Because they just look like, at first glance, they just look like they printed an animal face. I'm wearing my Levi's shirt, by the way. We're doing a Sentai video. That's cool, Zach. Anyway, so it's just like an animal face printed on a shirt, pretty much what it looks like. But like, it honestly fits everything like that, along with the helmets and the changers doing like the like Tarzan little yell thing, and everything else about it really like all aesthetically connects and fits together really well. The music is really good. There's a lot of like drums and like or these like orchestral parts and the other parts that are more like and just very like bestial, if you will, which makes sense for what it is. Um, I actually liked the mecha. That was one thing I thought was going to be a turnoff for me watching it, but I actually like them. I think they're kind of like doofy looking. So, but not all of them. And honestly, the final one, what is it? Who was it? Wild Tosai Dodeka King or whatever. Isn't nearly as much of a clusterfuck as some of the final mecha are in a lot of Sentai seasons, in my opinion. But yeah, Zyogre is amazing. I really enjoy Yamato as a red. I really enjoy Misao as a sixth ranger and his whole bout with like depression and him thinking that like pretty much anybody that even slightly doesn't like something he's doing or doesn't react positively to something he's doing, that he's a worthless failure. Because I understand that. I have ADHD. I have rejection sensitivity disorder, RSD or whatever, where it's like, you know, the tiniest thing, it's like, oh, well, they probably hate me. Like, I know up here, logically, duh, they don't, but my heart was like, you know? So, I get it. I really, like, understood Misao, and I really like him as a character. I love him, like, forcibly being made, that, like, the rest of them had the little mark of the king, which I have one now. I should have it for the video, idiot. Um, but, I like that he was like forced into being a Gyogre, and that uh, his powers. One second, I gotta text my wife back. 1 second. That his powers were forced on him, and that it wasn't made like the others who were chosen by the cubes and all of that. I really like that, and how he deals with that for almost the whole series. That he essentially kind of it wasn't really his direct control, but he's responsible for the death of 3 humans. I really like that. I like the whole Juland thing. I like the whole connection between the two. I like how it ended with them, like, again, spoilers, but with them like thinking, oh, we'll just set it up so that they're separate and they won't, we won't have any problems, and blah blah blah, and then end up working it out to where they combine the two worlds together, which I thought was really cool. I really like the suits. Geo Whale is one of the most beautiful, beautiful suits in all of Tokusatsu, and I say that bearing in mind that my favorite of all time is Max Ryuzo Red, but Geo Whale is like right behind it, or very close. But yeah, Gyokure is fun. Lots of really vibrant characters. The whole team gets a lot of character focus episodes. Everybody on it has their place in what they do. Everybody grows as the season goes, but doesn't lose completely who they were at the start. They just evolve and become even better. Um, and yeah, I really like them. Villains wise, eh, I like Azold because I like his thing at the end of it where he's like the one that Kita's fought. And I like Bang Ray and his whole rivalry with Yamato, but I don't know. I was a little let down. I thought it was a little lame that Genus's big secret is that he's made up of a bunch of Moebas, the like grunts of the season. I don't know. That was a little ridiculous to me. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling, maybe this wasn't right, but it's just my own thing, that like Genus and Azold were one character at one point in like the planning stages. And then as they went on, they were like, we should probably add another villain. What if we take that one character, let's split them into two? We'll call one Azold and the other one Genus. Genus will be the big bad, okay? Because there's parts of Genus that are cool, but then not really, and there are parts of most of Azold that are awesome, but then some are meh. But if they were put together, they'd be like a complete character almost. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, but Genus is not a very good big bad in my opinion, and yeah, I wasn't threatened by him. I was maybe even less threatened by him watching it than like Bokawas, honestly, and Zenkaiger. But whatever. Um, Anyways, that's Yogur. My number 7, Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger. Um, I really like Dai Ranger. It was one of the first 90s Sentai I ever watched. And it's a lot of fun. I'm really into martial arts and kung fu and stuff like that, karate and all those things. And so to see like a season so like deeply focus on that was really cool. Plus to see the source material of the like Thunder Zords from Mighty Morphin, coming from that point of view, and seeing the rest of the Zords and where they came from, and the suits and all of that. I still hold it true that they should have definitely utilized those suits. I think it was stupid that they didn't. They are using. I think they're using those. Pretty sure they're using the Night Ranger suits in the comics finally. So maybe they heard me. um, but yeah, because just Tommy's suit just sticks out so much from the rest of the Mighty Morphin suits. It's stupid. It's so stupid. But anyway, Dai Ranger is great. The theme song is great. Tension, the changers. Fun fact: the changers that they use in it, I think it's actually Key Ranger's changer. Pretty sure, maybe it's the Aura changer. One of the two is what Mike uses repainted for the Magna Defender morpher, actually in Lost Galaxy. A little fun fact there. Another fun fact with that too, Lost Galaxy was supposed to have some connection to the Dai Ranger suits in general. They were going to somehow incorporate that, and they never did. So pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, I really like them. I really like the characters. Um, I think actually Red was good, but I think the green and blue stood out the most to me. Green with his whole thing with Kujaku, the one with like priestess, peacock lady, whatever she was. And then I like I think it was green, right? And I'm pretty sure blue, or was it blue? I'm trying to remember. One of them like that one, the Kujaku, and the other one had like the Three Stooges monsters that were like his friend eventually, and he like really enjoyed them and cared about them and shit. I thought that was really funny. The villains are okay to me. I liked the whole evil child thing with Ko being like Kiba Ranger, and then he had like basically like a twin or like a sibling he never knew he had that was like everything he is good but as evil, and that was cool. Um, I don't know. Most of the rest of the villains are kind of meh to me. I do like the revelation that they're all made out of mud and that they're all like basically playthings and stuff. I didn't quite like the whole thing where Serpentera footage came from. That whole thing, I can't remember its name, but that whole thing that like it like if you fought it would destroy you and blah blah blah. It was like a force of, you know, nature type of thing. Um, so yeah, that was odd to me, and the whole like I didn't like how it ended too. That like they could never fully defeat the bad guys. That they're always going to be defending the Gorma, no matter what. So like it like flashes forward to the actual actors, literally of the team playing their like children and also the dual role and also playing themselves old. I thought that was kind of, I don't know, that was cool, but like they never like they can never escape being tied to the Gormon. I thought I don't know. I just thought that was kind of odd to like not have an ending to it really. Um, like they mostly do fit, but it's like okay, like if you even try and fight the Groma, wouldn't the big Serpentera source footage monster come back and destroy you? Anyway, this is like a tiny thing with Die Ranger, but I do like it. I like the suits. I like the mecha, and overall the show is a lot of fun. And the martial arts is out of this world, out of this world. Really do like Red's rivalry with his like one evil dude that like becomes partially Gorma and everything. I thought that was really awesome. Um, my number six, and this will be the end of the video because then we'll do the top five, is Chojo Sentai Live Man. I've wanted to watch Live Man ever since I watched the episode in Gokaiger, the tribute episode in Gokaiger. At that point, I had never really known anything about a whole lot of Sentai. Gokaiger was my first. I know, odd to start at Gokaiger, but I remember really resonating with it and liking the whole idea behind the episode of like, which is just basically echoing Live Man's whole mantra, which is like, friends, why did you betray us? Why did you sell your soul to the devil? And this whole idea that like, even though your friends physically are not who they used to be, somebody that you trusted hurt you and they're not physically who they used to be, that there is still a way to honor them after they're gone. Like, yeah, you're not really in real life going to be like, oh, my friend Jim decided to join this evil scientific organization. Like, I get that, but it's trying to say that like, even though somebody might do deplorable things their whole life, they're still you can still remember them for when they weren't that way. And I like that. I like that whole idea. And what in that he had that connection with Joe and Joe's thing with Barizorg and all of that. That was really cool. Thanks. Spoilers. Um, uh, Joe, is that Josuke? Is that his name? Joe. The yellow line is my favorite Live Man. I like the whole team. Um, Green and black because I know that they were added last minute because of like ratings not being where they wanted it and blah blah blah. Don't get much. I don't like that literally the episode directly following um the green and black joining, we get an Mpreg episode. I thought that was really out of left field. I know that Sentai does some goofy shit, but why? That was really stupid. It's not a strong way to start to build a character up. I'm not trying to at all discount anybody who is, trans in any way and isn't fully, transitioned, genitalia wise to being, what they want to be and everything, and that can't happen. It seemed really odd to try to pull that into Sentai. I don't know if that fits in Sentai right now. I think that's what they were even going for, but to have this weird storyline where like the male character was trying to like give birth, it was weird. It was weird. And it didn't really fit, and it didn't do anything for the character. It was just like a goofy situation to put him in, but we hadn't gotten to know him yet, so we didn't care. I didn't care about him in it, so it didn't do anything. it didn't it didn't make his character better, and it almost started to make his character worse in a way. Um, but yeah, Joe's my favorite. The yellow line is awesome. I do like the red as well. And Megumi, actually, the trio, the red, blue, and yellow in it, are really good. It's when you add green and black to it that they're meh. I don't like that they never had a full team cannon that was their weapons coming together. They just kept using the Bio Motion Buster, which was alright, but it's like, we don't need you guys to do it. Like, we've been doing it for however many episodes. Plus, the green and black are added like episode 30 something. Like, we're in your end game and we're already adding like two more people to the team. So but it's a lot of fun. The suits are really great. I like the whole storyline with like and them creating the powers um and like making the suits and everything. The whole science angle behind it was really good and really really strong. um The mecha are really cool. I really, really like the mecha, and I like how fluid the motion is with them. With it being an 80s Sentai, I wasn't sure that the mecha were going to look okay. Um, just because where we're at now with mecha suits, and like now it's more of like a. Then it wasn't much of a person in a suit. It was like animatronics and stuff, and they do that sometimes now too. But now when they get to be like the Megazords and stuff, it's somebody in a suit fighting. Um, but maybe it was then too. But anyway, things have changed, and it was cool to see Live Man and see like where like the jump started, them like really upping their game, especially with Yellow Lion's Land Lion. I'm pretty sure. Um, Aqua Dolphin. Uh, with Land Lion's movement and with his legs and everything and the roar and everything like that was really, really cool. I really like the mecha a lot in Live Man. I like the changers as well too. I don't understand how Red just like touched the wrist of Green and Black and gave them their changers. I like Green and Black's introduction. I like there's these two guys who somehow never came up in conversation with Red, Blue, and Yellow, that the people, their friends that died, had siblings. I think that would have come up at some point, but that they want revenge for their siblings. They don't believe that the live men are doing a good enough job and just do it the fuck themselves. And they're just straight out there in their own mecha, their live boxer fucking mecha, just like kicking ass. There's like one point they get kind of beaten, but not really. And I thought that was really cool to see that, to see like these humans just be like, who are these clowns? Like, no, that's clown behavior. Get them out of here. We'll take care of this. Thank you. We'll take care of it ourselves. We'll get our own revenge. I really like that. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, overall, I really did enjoy Live Man. I liked honestly all three of the main generals. Kemp was really great. Mazenda and oh, what's his name? The one weird dude that like had a monster form eventually, and then it went away, and then he lost his memory, and he got it back, and he sacrificed himself at the end, and all that. They were really great. I didn't care too much about the like main overlord guy and his whole like wanting like 1,000 point brains and blah blah blah. A lot of what happens in some of these Sentai is that these villains get these really interesting things like 3 episodes away from the end of the series, so it's like give that to us throughout, and then I'll give a shit. But if you don't do that, then I'm not going to care when it's later. One that falls prey to this kind of is Kira Major. Kira Major does this with Emperor Yodon a little bit, and it's like, okay, but why do I care now? This is like an episode or two from the end. Why are you telling me this? So, but yeah, no, Live Man's great. I really like the da, 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 da. That's all I'm going to do for the theme song. The theme song is great. Live Man! I like the changers, the suits, the weapons are really great. The choreography is great. I love Joe using his skateboard in the combat. Super cool. But overall, it's a lot of fun. It's a really, really fun series. And I love that it really sticks to itself on that question of like, my trusted friend, why did you leave? Why did you sell your soul to the devil? How can I bring you back? And them realizing at the end that they can't, unfortunately. That they can get revenge for their friends being murdered, but that they can't bring these other people back. These people have gone too far, and there's no way to bring them back over the gap that they've gone over. And I like that. That it just kind of shows it's a way to kind of deal with the whole superhero trope of like the superhero can't always save the day. And I like that. I think that's really strong, especially with things like Spider-Man No Way Home and stuff like that coming out. Like things like that where like you can't always reform everybody. You can't always make everybody be like, oh, I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. Like it's just not always gonna happen. So but yes, that's my 10 through 6 through 10, I guess. Yeah, 6 through 10. So again, number 10 was Jetman, number 9 Q Ranger, number 8 Zyoger, number 7 Die Ranger, number 6 Live Man. So part 2 will be numbers 5 up to number 1. If you know me, you know what my number 1 is already. I shouldn't even have to say it. But yeah, I shouldn't even have to tell you what it is at all, even a little bit. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry if I was long and drawn out. If I missed some few things, I'm very sorry. It's been a while a little bit since I've watched each one of these. It was this year, but I mean, I wasn't just like yesterday or anything. So if I pronounce something or forgot a name or said a wrong name or kind of conflated a couple plot points together, I do apologize for that. I'm just trying to give like a general sense of those seasons. absolutely check them out. Whatever way you can. I'm not here to tell you how because the internet is there. Literally type in whatever show you're looking for, free online, watch online free, and you'll figure it out. Also, another hint, I'll give you this tiny thing. Check out on Facebook. There's a group. It's called Tokusatsu VC, like Tokusatsu Video Channel. Okay, you gotta join the group. You're invited to join, and then when you join, they literally have all the links to the episodes right there. Okay. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys liked the content this week. Again, I do apologize for the Zenkai review coming out a little bit later than I wanted, and I'm trying to put a lot of work into these videos to get a lot of information in them and just really have fun with it. Definitely check out my good friends Hawkules and Pronghorn Heroes. They're doing some awesome content on their channel, Tokusatsu, doing some giveaways and things like that. They also stream on Twitch, so follow them for sure. If you want to follow me on other platforms, I'm on TikTok, Sergeant Hooked on Henshins. I'm on Twitter, Sergeant currently right now it's Sergeant Hooked on Festive Tier Amigo at Rio Soul Rider Red. Follow me there for all of my random ramblings about Toku and life in general. But thank you guys so much for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing, all that good stuff, liking, disliking, all of it. I appreciate it. But until next time, stay hooked on Henshins. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Tension da. Whoa. No, you're not going to catch me. No. There's no copyright problems here, Toei, okay? We're good? You good? We're good? I'm good? Okay. Bye.